All right, everybody, we are on cursive lesson number 10. We are so close to be done learning all our letters so that you can practice them, put them together, work on it over the summer, and wow your fifth grade teachers. All right, today we're going to work on uppercase F, G, H, I, J. Now, some of these letters might have the old school way, the way I learned, and the new school way. And if they do, of course, you're going to learn them both and then choose the one that works for you. All right, letter F. All right, so far from what I've researched, there's only one way to do that letter F. And here we go. So, with the letter F, we start at the top, okay? And again, we're doing a slant motion down, all right? So it comes down, it bumps its butt halfway up, and it's like you're making a boat, okay? So let's just try that motion again. Slant, bump, boat. And you can put a little dip in it if you want. You can go straight across, all right? There it is. That's part one. This is like a 3-part letter when you do a letter F. And I will say that this letter, the letter F, does not connect to the next letter. Okay? You do the letter F, and then you start the rest of your word. Okay? So, once you have this part, okay, now we need, okay, to give it its top. Now, I always learned you start here, you make a loop, and then you cross over, okay? Almost like a fancy T-top, okay? However, well, I'll show you the other one in a while. Now, once you have that, then you have to give that middle cross for the F. There it is, all right? So let's try that way again, all right? Slant. Oop, make sure you go down the line. I did not. Now your top. So you kind of circle and then dip and up. All right? And then that middle line, so it actually looks like an F. So in a way, it looks like an F. Straight, across, across. Right? You'll see it at some point, and then it's just got fanciness to it. Now the other way, it's still this, but instead of a loop here, they say you start a little bit below the line, okay? And you make a little curve. So you go up, bump, down, up. So up, down, up. And then your line. So that's the only difference between old school, new school, is that little loop there. Choose what you want to do, okay? So again, if we're doing the F, let's just say we're spelling the name Fred. Let's just say your name's Fred, okay? There's that part. I always do a loop, only because I'm used to it. 30-some years of doing it. And your line. Now I go into the rest of it. And I do my R, which starts at the bottom, up, down shelf, into my E for the loop, and then my D. Part way, swings back straight up, straight down, and finish. All right, and then I turn my paper back, okay? So there it is. You can see a slight slant because I tilted my paper. We're not looking for a giant slant. Like, we're not looking for it to be like almost falling over. It's very slight, okay? And you get that from, this is my paper straight up, but when I write cursive, I turn it a little bit. Probably even when I print now, it's just a habit for me to turn it, okay? So that's your letter F. All right, let's try a name Fluffy. All right, so here we go. slant, making a boat, down, up, line across. My next letter starts L all the way up, U, 1, 2, back down, into my F, just like, remember the L, and it comes straight halfway down, and then into another one, straight down, make that little bubble like a belly, and then Y, starts like a U, but this time it goes halfway down, loops and up. Fluffy. That's your uppercase F. All right, G. Here we go for the G. Whew. All right. I'm just checking to see if there's a new way, old way. Nope, it all looks the same. All right, here we go for a G. All right, starts on the bottom. Okay, remember the F started up top? This one starts on the bottom. Swing up, and before you get there, you got to realize you're swinging up and making a loop. All right, so up into a loop, up into a loop, and you can just keep tracing. Sometimes instead of doing it over and over and over, if you just keep tracing it, up into a loop. Now, once you get through that loop, you kind of go over there. But if you notice, I'm not touching that top line. I'm getting close to it, but I'm not touching it. All right? I'm only going a little way up. So loop, little way up. Loop, little way up. Now, from here, I'm going down at an angle because I'm going to slide across that bottom line like I'm sliding into base. And I'm doing that same motion I did with the F. Back through. This is probably another one of those hard ones, okay? So here we go. Up into a loop. It only goes part way over. Down, slides across the bottom, over. And then bring them back across that line. Okay? You're probably like, that looks nothing like that G over there. Yeah. But that's okay, because cursive sometimes doesn't look the same. So here we go. And loop up, down and over. Loop up, over, down and back. Loop up, over, down, back. So I'm kind of getting a rhythm, and it's like a rhythm of 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now, just like the F, the G does not connect to anything, okay? It stands alone. So, let's just say Grant. I'll spell the name Grant. Here we go. Up, over, and back. Ooh, that's my best one yet. Compared to that one, see, the more you do it, you get better. G, now into my R, up, shelf, and down to my A, and 1, 2, T, up, straight down, cross. There we go. All right, so that's your G. Okay. H. Not too much panicking. That G was hard. The H, not so hard. Okay? Now, the H has kind of 2 different ways, old school and new school. So I'm going to show you the old school way first. Very slight difference, okay? So I start here, up top, and I'm making a loop. Loop down. Okay? That's going to come back. That first motion's going to come back for some other letters later on. Okay? So loop down. And the down kind of comes at a slant. Loop down. Loop down. And you can just keep doing this. Down. Loop down. Now, the other part. Look at that. It just comes straight down at a diagonal, okay? You're making parallel. But guess what? It hits the bottom and then it's going to spring. So it's going to spring over there. It's going to spring to your left, all right? So once it hits the bottom, it springs to the left to make a loop and over. See? Not that bad. So you have that side, which matches him. Now you need this side and a crossover. So diagonal, spring, loop. Okay? Now guess what? New version, the only difference is with the new version, you don't have the loop. So this is the new version. There. You just don't have the loop. So I'll do a couple without the loop. Start a little bit down because then I come up, bump my head and down. Remember, okay, coming at an angle, down, and then you kind of go diagonal, swing it around and through. Okay? Now, does the H connect to the next letter? It can, but I don't connect mine. But you can, but I don't. So if I spell, holly. So I always do my loop. That's why I go back to my loop. I'm trying to think. I do connect it, I guess. So you can, but I actually, this one I won't connect it. Loop. Remember, the O is a shortcut into the L, and up like a U, halfway finish. Okay? So, yeah, I don't think I connect. But sometimes when you write cursive fast, you tend to connect it anyway. And that's okay. All right, so that's your H. All right, now we're on to the I. The I again, not too bad. You ready? Here comes the letter I. We start here. Now, just so you know, we are swinging diagonally to the left. We're going this way. It's going to feel awkward because most of the time we're going that way. But this time we're going this way. This way. So I might do a little practice just pushing my pencil or my pen in that direction because it's so weird. So here we go. Now once we get up here, we need to circle around, okay? I'm going to be circling, so keep that in mind. So I'm going to go slow. When I get close, I start turning so I can circle. And then he comes, crosses back. Okay, so you're kind of making a ribbon. But you can't go this way. You have to go backwards, all right? And now I'm going to show you why. Here we go. So we're making a backwards ribbon. Because when you get to here, you bump and do that hook thing again. We've done that hook thing quite a lot. All right, so backwards ribbon, a loop, and hook. You cannot go hook and then like that. Okay, when you do cursive, there's a certain direction that your letters have to go in. So you just got to practice. Backwards, loop, up, and over. Now, this one, again, does not connect. So if I were to spell Ian, there is a name Ian, I, and then I go into the A, N, there we go. All right, so there's our letter I. And again, if you want to rewatch these videos, pause them, rewind, that's the benefit of them being a video. All right, the J. I think the J is probably my favorite cursive letter to make. Yeah. All right. Just checking to see if there's new school, old school. Nope, looks like it's the same as it's always been. All right, here we go. I just love writing the J. Start on the bottom. And guess what? Same as the letter I. You're making that backwards ribbon. Okay? So, if you practice that I a lot, you're going to have it nice and smooth. Right? But only this time when you go down. Okay? See how I'm meeting back with that? I need to meet at that point. There can't be a gap. Okay? So I might practice a couple of those. The backwards ribbon bubble. Okay? Now, once I meet that, I go halfway down and bubble up. So let's try it. Big bubble, I meet, down and up. Let's do a couple more. So if I was spelling Jillian, J. Now guess what? This one connects. I, L, L, I, A, N, and then I go back. All right, so that's your J. Kind of start out like that I. So our capital letters take the little tricks of each other, okay? Down and around. Down and around. Okay, down, up, down, and around. Ooh, that one went a little too far. Looks nice, but just went a little too far. So try to only go halfway. As you can see, I've gone a little bit farther than I should have. That's okay. All right, so that's the letter J. Okay, now, cursive lesson number 11. We're going to do K-L-M-N-O. All right, my friends, practice these. The more you practice, you'll be able to go a little quicker and still have somebody be able to read it. And you'll notice that your hand won't hurt as much when you do cursive, when you connect it, okay? It's a different way that your hand moves from printing. And you might find that you enjoy cursive more than printing, and that you can do your work smoother and other people can read it better than when you print. All right, my friends, stay tuned for lesson 11.